What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the FIFA 17 career mode. This is episode number 32, and we start today's episode with some player training. Here you can see some more for Davis and Menendez before going to our first game of today's episode against PSV Eindhoven away in the Netherlands. This is the penultimate game of the group stage, and of course, as you guys know now, we have already qualified for the knockout stages, and now all we need is just, I think, 3 points to guarantee top spot as well. So we could secure the top spot with a win tonight, but I did decide to rest the entire team as well. And also, I didn't realize this at first, but there were no lineups shown before the game, so apologies for you guys not getting to see the PSV lineup. But this game started off really slowly, very few chances whatsoever, but 10 minutes before the break we would open the scoring through Tammy Abraham, getting what I do believe is his first goal of the season. Callum Wilson sprinted down the right hand side, drilled across into the centre, and Pasveer, who kept a clean sheet in a reverse fixture at the Riverside Stadium, was beaten just before the break. So Abraham with the goal, a neat little finish into the bottom corner, and check out the stats at half time. 74% possession, my word, that is what I'm talking about for Middlesbrough. We absolutely dominated in the first half in terms of the possession stats, so we were in control of this game right from the first whistle really. PSV didn't really do much at all, and that's why they're bottom of the group right now. They didn't really offer me any kind of, I guess, just reason to care really about their threat, because there was very little they were possessing in this game. We were in control of the game, and then in the 74th minute this happened as well. This man lunges in here from behind I should say, and the referee gives a straight red card for Isimat Mirin, and I must say I was a bit surprised by this, because Tammy Abraham, the goal scorer, sprinted past him. It was a bad challenge, but Abraham didn't really seem like he was going anywhere. Was it a straight red? I mean, I thought that was a little bit too harsh, but basically that red card there ended any kind of threat whatsoever that PSV may possess, that they could get themselves back on level terms and back in the game. They went down to 10 men. Once they forced bodies forward, they had a man disadvantage. We had pace on the break, and that's why with 4 minutes to go, we would double our lead and wrap the points up. Josh Onoma, he would have seen at the start of the episode as well, said he was disappointed not to start in the game against Southampton. Well, that's because I wanted to play my usual first 11. In this game, he was always going to start, and he scores in this one as well to show me what he can do when he's on the pitch. Kamada off the bench, sprints down the right hand side, little step over to take around his man, then rolls it through towards Onoma. We had so many men over there, could have picked out anyone, but it came to the former Spurs man who found the back of the net to score his first of the year and make it PSV 0, Middlesbrough 2. So that is that then. We are through to the next round of the Europa League as group winners as well, confirmed by this victory tonight. A really comfortable victory, 67% possession. I just played to keep hold of the ball in this game and conserve energy. We didn't need to do anything other than that. So we're through to the next round, delighted with that. Back-to-back wins and back-to-back clean sheets in all comps as well. And a question for you guys today too, come the end of this game. How much do you care about the Europa League? Let me know in the comment section down below, because this will really interest me, seeing the responses to this question, because there's this kind of mentality in English football that for some reason clubs don't seem to care that much about this competition, at least in the group stages for sure. There's always a lot of changes made by clubs, and they don't really seem to give it their all, and a lot of fans as well seem to think it's a bit of a waste of time and their clubs could do without it. What do you guys think about the Europa League? When you play career mode, how seriously do you take the competition? Because for me, I think it's a good competition to win. You know, I really do, because don't forget, the winners nowadays in the Europa League qualify for the Champions League for next season. So another way for you to get into Europe's elite competition for next season by winning this competition. It's a trophy which is respected. It's certainly worth trying to go for at least. I don't know why so many people seem to be put off by the Europa League. I get this on Thursday nights and it can cause some problems for the weekend games in terms of fatigue, but I think the Europa League is a competition to take seriously, and that's why we're doing that right now. Ironically, in that game though, we fielded a completely weakened side. But let me know in the comment section down below how you guys take the Europa League in your career modes. But still, coming to the second game of today's episode here, we will travel to the London Stadium, or the Olympic Stadium if you would, to take on West Ham away from home, back in the Premier League. And sadly for us, we were conceded in the 27th minute with Antonio making it 1-0 to the Hammers, and that celebration was just absolutely bizarre. It's the Homer Simpson one, isn't it? And the running celebration on the floor, spinning in circles. It's a great goal by Antonio though, and the celebration weren't bad either. Nice little ball inside there, he receives it just outside the area, takes a touch, gets it out of his feet, and then curls it in off the underside of the bar. Jordan Pickford has no chance. What a great strike there for his second goal in the Premier League. So West Ham won, Middlesbrough 0. The first goal we conceded since the West Brom game as well, a couple games ago. We tried to get ourselves back in the game, but unfortunately Simon Mignolet made a couple of big saves in the first half. First to Nia Dama, and then that great save there kept the score at 1-0. So we trailed at the break, but in the second half desperately tried to get ourselves back in the game here, as we did not want to have back-to-back defeats in the league away from home. Of course, that last one was away at the Hawthorns. And in the 52nd minute here, Menendez plays it through towards side of Berahino, holds it up, waits for the run of Vieto, picks him out, takes around a covering defender, Winston Reid, and slots the ball into the bottom corner to make it West Ham 1, Middlesbrough 1. Vieto this season is having a really, really good start to life at the Riverside Stadium. That's his 7th goal in the league this year. He's looking like a great purchase for £19.5 million. He took his time there, knew that Reid was going to come across, took it round New Zealand defender, and made it 1-1. So a good finish there by Reid, and it is West Ham 1, Middlesbrough 1. A few minutes later, a good chance for us to take the lead in this game as well. Adama tries to take it around Masuaku and finds Ramirez through the gap towards our goal scorer Vieto, who puts his man on the floor, takes his time, and finds the back of the net for the second time in just a few minutes, and sprints to the cameraman to celebrate his 8th goal in the league so far and 9th overall. So Vieto receiving the ball there, and just like the first goal, waiting for the defender to come towards him, then took it round him and found the back of the net. Same corner, same result. Well, not exactly the same corner, but same side of the goal, same result. And a really good finish from Luciano Vieto. And again, for valuation, £19.5 million, this guy could prove to be an absolute steal. He's had a great start to the season, and long may it continue. He could have got his hat-trick here as well, as Diego Menendez does some skills to take it round Winston Reid, who's having a really troubling game here, trying to cope with our attacking threat. He crossed the wing to the centre, Menendez, and picked out Vieto, but sadly the Argentine could not get his third goal of the game, as his header went just wide of Mignolet's post and behind for a goal kick. So still 2-1. Then in the 72nd minute, Winston Reid once again was getting caused problems by our attackers. Luciano Vieto skips round him here with a Berber spin, and Reid gets a booking for it as well. A free kick to Middlesbrough. You guys know I'm not really too good at free kicks on FIFA at all. I haven't been prolific from them for quite some time. But Vieto was on a hat-trick. He stood over this one. He went for goal, and what a goal from Luciano Vieto, who scores the first hat-trick of this series, as the camera sort of zooms out there a little bit weird, as he makes it West Ham 1, Middlesbrough 3, runs to the corner flag, hits it in celebration, and what a way to get your first hat-trick for your new club. That was absolutely fantastic, and again, I am so bad at free kicks, I really am. I rarely ever score them, regardless of how good my free kick taker is, in terms of the stats he has for free kick accuracy and curve and whatnot, but this free kick, look at that, it is perfect trajectory, just underneath the crossbar, and the former Liverpool and Sunderland goalkeeper, Simon Mignolet, had absolutely no chance. So the Belgian is beaten for the 3rd time in the game by the Argentine striker, and the former Atletico Madrid man gets his first hat-trick for his new club. So 3-1 the final score, and what a game from Vieto.
It was absolutely extraordinary, exceptional, elegant, excellent.
Well, he goes across and grabs the match ball from the ref, a hat-trick, and that's to be treasured by any player.
And as he walks over to get the match ball from the referee, I just want to reiterate, his fee cost £19.5 million. That's all we paid for Vieto, and that will prove to be a bargain, I'm sure, come the end of the season, because a perfect 10.0 for Vieto was his rating in this game, and totally deserved as well. The guy has had an absolutely fantastic start to the season, 9 goals already in the Premier League, and of course right now, throughout this series, we're yet to see one of our players get into double figures for goals in a season. Of course, we only had one full season, but the point still stands. Last season, no one got into double figures, but this season, I mean, Vieto, bar a complete meltdown in form or a very serious injury, touch wood, that won't happen, fingers crossed, desperately hoping that won't happen. I'm pretty sure Vieto's going to exceed that and then some. In fact, I'll be surprised if he doesn't get to 20 goals come the end of this season. So a great game, a great goal, and what a performance from Vieto there, as we make it 3 wins from 3 in all competitions. And also as well, I think our first game this year when we've come from behind to win. Someone correct me if I'm wrong there, but I'm pretty sure that's true as well. And as well, we were trading at half-time by a goal. We were playing alright, but it was a brilliant show of determination and persistence in the second half to keep on going. I was taking so many shots in the first half, not so many, but a few. And then to finally score, and then get another, to wrap up the points, was fantastic. But anyway, following that, you saw a useful monthly report there. Cameron Green, I think it is, the striker, looks very good indeed. Like Henry Davis and Diego Menendez, could prove to be an academy graduate that ends up getting some first time, although his finishing stat is really poor. And I've noticed this as well. Sometimes youth players come out of the academy with a listed position, which is like a striker, but their finishing's really poor, or a centre-back and their marking or tackling's really poor, but their finishing's really high, and it seems like they're in the wrong position, which is kind of annoying, so possibly something to train. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Look at the squad report though as well. You can see how the players currently getting on right now. Lots of good growth for a lot of our players. Valdez now is down to a 79 overall, so I'm pretty sure his career at the Riverside Stadium is going to end abruptly in the January transfer window. He did start in that game at the start of the episode against PSV. His his first appearance since being dropped, and he kept a clean sheet as well. Not that he had much to do, but I think he probably will end up being sold in the January transfer window to raise some funds for possibly a new backup goalkeeper, or probably a new backup goalkeeper for Pickford. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But also a new look at the league table as well. 13 games in, we're in 3rd place right now. 7 wins, 4 draws and 2 defeats, and also 25 points too. Obviously, as you can see, goals conceded 17 right now. We've already had more than half of what we conceded last season altogether, so that's a little bit worrying, but we're in 3rd place, so you know, it's nitpicking really to go on about that stat when we're doing so well right now and in form. Also, Europa League group as well, confirmation we have indeed qualified as group winners with a game to spare, so we'll field a weekend side for the final game against Austria Vienna at the Riverside Stadium. And also as well, the board comes down to say we're not on track right now of our financial objective, and that's why our manager rating, despite doing quite well on the pitch, is down to a 65, so we'll have to try and improve that in any way we can. Still, for the 3rd and final game of today's episode here, we will take on Everton as we welcome Ronald Koeman's side to the Riverside Stadium. Looking forward to this game and going in search of our 4th straight win in all competitions. First chance fell in the 16th minute as well to Everton. Aruna Kone finds Besic. The Bosnian finds Tarasaj, who tries his luck from range, but drags the shot just wide the post and behind for a goal kick. But another chance for Everton with just 8 minutes to go as Besic comes down his right hand side, plays it through towards McGeady. The Irish winger finds Tarasaj again, causing problems, but this time Pickford makes a really good save and turns behind for a corner. Everton, though, in the first half had really stunned us. They were playing so well and dominating the first 45 minutes, and that's why 30 minutes after the restart, I felt for sure they would open the scoring here, but once again, Jordan Pickford would make a fantastic save, and ever since I put him in the first team for Victor Valdez, he has proved to me that despite being several ratings lower, he is a better goalkeeper, at least in current form right now. So still 0-0, but in the 77th minute, we had a rare chance here on the break as Ntep sprinted down the left-hand side off the bench. Jagielka was never going to catch up. He chipped the ball into the centre, found Saido Berahino, but Stecklenburg made a fantastic save and denied the former West Brom striker from making it 1-0. What a great stop there. But from the corner, Ntep crossed the ball into the centre, picked out Dominic Heinz, and the former FC Cologne defender would head the ball in for his first goal of the season and celebrate with the substitutes Fabio and Callum Wilson. He's known for scoring the late goals. In this one, it was time for Dominic Heinz to prove he can do it as well as centre-back with his first of the year. What a great header as he would open the scoring in a game where we'd had few chances, but looked as though we were going to win the game by a goal to nil. With just 8 minutes to go though, one final chance for Everton to get back in this game. Rafael Martins crosses the ball into the centre, picks out Yannick Bolasie, and unfortunately, the former Crystal Palace winger would find the back of the net and make it Middlesbrough 1, Everton 1. It was a really, really good leap from Bolasie in the area, but I must say, Derone as skipper, I think he should have done better. Bolasie's not a small player, but Derone barely gets off the ground when this cross is put into the centre there. He barely jumps whatsoever, and Bolasie gets around the back of him, wins the header, and the former Crystal Palace winger rescues a point for Everton later on. I think Pickford could have done a little better as well, but still, final score 1-1. Everton get a point, and they deserved at least a point as well. In my opinion, they deserved all three. They were the better side. They had more shots, more on target, and more possession, and it would have been an undeserved victory had we held on for the 3 points in this game, but it's still a bit of a shame that we didn't do that because it would have been a massive win. You know, 4 games in a row in all comps, winning those games, a big 3 points, another clean sheet for us as well, notched up our 3rd in 4, but conceding late on, always so disappointing, and especially because we scored a late goal as well and should have saw the game out. But either way, we'll look at the positives and not dwell on the negatives. It's not a bad result against a pretty decent side, and we will take the point in that one. But that would end today's episode of the FIFA 17 Career Mode, guys, so a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode, then please do leave a like. Likes, of course, much appreciated, and they really help the channel grow as well. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode of the FIFA 17 Career Mode very soon.